I was working an office job doing like quality assurance as a nurse, and I heard one of the other nurses talk about like, oh, how one of her friends worked in aesthetics and how they were doing really good. And I was like, I didn't even know we can do this. So long story short, I decided to do some research, and I had someone was holding my hand at the time, was like, hey, you take the class, I'll take the class with you, because when you do these things, it's an upfront investment. Like, you have to invest in the classes, you have to invest in your own education. Like, you're lucky if the office you're trying to get hired and it's gonna like pay that stuff for you. So it was an upfront investment. So usually when you get started, it's always recommended to keep your part-time job or your full-time job, just so you can pay for the classes, pay for the conferences, pay for the education that you have to get in it, and then you learn as you go. The reps educate you. You end up finding other resources. You end up finding articles that are very helpful. One thing that I did that I find that helped the most is I ended up going on Patreon. So I find like instructors that I like. I went on their Patreon and then I learned. And then they also have mentorships within their Patreon platform that helped out, and they give you access to them, or they'll help you discuss cases that you've had. Like, hey, I don't know if I injected this patient right, and I don't know what I should recommend for this patient. So they kind of help you those situations. It's also really good to even have like someone to just talk about your practice too, or your cases. Like, you know, sometimes you get like super anxiety about something, or you're not too sure if you did something right. So it's good to just talk something through with someone else that's already been through it and is going through it, or you get it, that's already been there, to have a conversation with you. Because your best friend, it's nice that she talks to you and all, but she doesn't really know what you're going through, you know. So it's just nice to have someone else on your side that you know you can just run to for questions, or that wouldn't feel like they're gatekeeping, because there's nothing, you know, that they're trying to hold back, because you're paying them to be your mentor, or you're paying them for access. So they're not going to be gatekeeping, as if you're finding someone just online randomly for free that's actually giving out information. There might be something they might be holding back a little bit more. So just find someone that you feel that you can relate to a little bit more, and that you're willing to chat with. Anyways, yeah, so I have at least 2 people on my page that I use their Patreon that I go on just to kind of see what they recommend, and just chat about some things as well, from services that I feel like we can both relate on, because some people have access to other devices that I don't feel like I want to invest in yet, but then they've already gone through things as well. And then I've taken courses. I did take a lot of cadaver courses, online courses as well, hands-on courses. So those type of things are always good to do, and I love reading on my free time if I can. So I'll sit there and find an article on a particular treatment that I want to do. Like, let's say I want to learn more about Kybella or liquid lipo for a particular area. I'm gonna go research this article, you know, and then see, you know, not an article, just like a peer-reviewed situation, to see what this other doctor has done it already. Most of the time someone's already done it already, so I want to see what they've done, what worked, what didn't work well. And they literally go over, you know, like articles, like peer-reviewed articles, like on PubMed or some sort of article or educational platform that I find very helpful. It just helps me to just see what's already done right, you know. Read the books if you can. And then the best thing that I always recommend that I found very helpful is if you have family or friends that are willing to be your patient zeros, they're willing to help you just navigate the journey as well, because you learn a lot as you continue to go. There's only so much reading can do. You do have to get in there, you do have to get your hands wet, safely of course. So if you have another nurse that wants to be over your shoulder and just kind of hang out with you while you are doing your thing, that's great too. But you also have to learn to get that confidence, because you're going to be in that patient room on your own. So getting family and friends that are allowing you to do things that you're comfortable with, just so you can build that muscle of assessment, learning how to just treat a patient, learning how to talk to a patient, learning how to chart your patients. Those type of things are great when you can learn how to do those to people that you're comfortable with. And then when you get new patients, you just learn to continue to build that muscle over and over again. So yeah, I did post a previous video of some of the books that I've used when I started off, because I started off my career as a licensed practical nurse, and then I just got over and over, like now I'm an RN and I'm in school for NP. But I also am a massage therapist, so I'm used to understanding the muscles, and I find it very important to know the muscles and where they attach. So it's just because I'm a massage therapist, I'm like, I know where the knots are in the muscles because of where they attach and where they don't, and how they move. So when you're an injector, you need to know where the muscles are, where they attach, and just their movement points as well, so you know how to inject them better and what they do, so you know what muscles not to touch, right? And then when you're doing fillers, you know, you need to know where these arteries lie, so that way you can avoid those. And if you're seeing this bruise, that is it a vascular occlusion or not, just based on how it's looking, just overall assessment. So hopefully that answers some of the questions. So yeah, I got started like easily 8 or 9 years ago in the industry. I heard someone talk about it and I said, bet, I'm gonna jump on it. And I didn't think about it next. I just kind of jumped and I figured it out as I went, because half the time you learn as you go. This video is getting long. If you have any more questions, let me know, and I'll see if I can do my best to answer more questions. Okay, bye.